I met a girl today. I think she might finally be the one to get a restraining order. I really like her a lot. No, really though, I was at Home Depot and this girl came right up to me because I work in the paint department and she needed some paint. And she pulled a picture up on her phone, and it was a picture of a paint can. And it was the dead flat of the Bear Pro 100 series. And I was so impressed because no one had ever asked me for that before. And she was like, "Do you have this?" And I was like, "Yes, we do." So I grabbed her a can, stuck it in the shaker. She complimented my glasses. She took the can and left. And I really wanted to ask her for her phone number, but I couldn't do that because I was at work and you're not supposed to hit on the customers. And so I don't really have any information about her other than she's a really hot lesbian with short brown hair and glasses. She was wearing a brown t-shirt that day, so I know she owns a brown t-shirt. And she apparently paints with the dead flat of the Bear Pro 100 series. So if anyone here knows a really hot lesbian with brown hair and glasses who owns a brown t-shirt and paints with the dead flat of the Bear Pro 100 series, let me know. No, when I first started doing comedy, I made a joke about having sex dreams about my grandma. And at the time that I made that joke, that was not true. And it really came back to bite me in the ass. Because just recently I did have a dream in which my grandmother sexually advanced on me. And the thing about my dreams is that I make decisions the exact same way that I would in real life. And so in this dream when my grandmother advanced on me sexually, I was like, whoa, this is not gonna happen. So it's good to know what I would do in that situation. No, I think if there was anyone that I would want to date, it would be myself. You know, because I'm really good looking, and I'm really good at doing it. And one time I did meet a girl who looked a lot like me and, you know, had similar interests, whatever. And so I was like, I'm going to try and get on this. So I started courting her because I'm very traditional. And but after a few times of hanging out, like I started to realize it wasn't really going where I wanted it to go. And so then I decided just to tell her that I wanted to get in her pants. And she said to me, she said, "I'm sorry, I only date girls." Oh. Yeah, it's funny because I am a girl. It's funny. No, I really haven't had the best of luck with women so far in my life. The first girl that I slept with, her name was Nikki, and we were going at it like rabbits for about a week, and then one night she was like, "I'm sorry, hon, I'm kind of in the mood for dick tonight." And I don't have one of those. Then my girlfriend after that was Alex. I took her virginity, and then she decided that she was asexual. So that was really good for my self-esteem. And then after Alex, there was Emma, who didn't really understand the concept of monogamy. And then there was my ex-fiance, Heather. It was going really good for a while, but like we were just like watching Bones every day. And then we ran out of Bones episodes. So it was all kind of downhill from there. And then 8 months after I broke up with her, I got a tattoo of her name on my wrist because I cling on to things. And then after Heather, there was Harmony, but she was straight. And then there was Brittany, but she's dead now. My mom slit my throat open with a box cutter when I was a baby. That's not a joke, that's just something that really happened to me. Sometimes I wonder, though, if like growing up without a mom is what made me gay. You know, because like I've had a lot of crushes on older women, especially. Particularly women born in the year 1981. There's been a few of those. There was my youth pastor, Paula. And then there was my biology teacher my sophomore year of high school, Mrs. Hogray. And then there was Milena, the schizophrenic Danish girl who never left her apartment. We had a flirtation online for a few months, but then she abandoned me. Also, there was my stepmom. When I was 4, I had a huge crush on my stepmom. And then she married my dad. That's probably not going to go anywhere. Now, I have a lot of things in common with my dad. Like, we have the same taste in women. We're also both members of prominent racist organizations. My dad is a member of the KKK, and I'm a member of the DAR. And for those of you who don't know what the DAR is, that stands for the Daughters of the American Revolution. Yeah, they don't let black people in, even if they qualify. No, I think my favorite time that I remember from my dad, I was about 12, and I went over to visit him, and he handed me a mallet, like a really long handle, and it was like 4 feet long. And he said, "I have a surprise for you." And then he took me around out back, and he lifted up this piece of plastic that he had laying on the ground, and underneath it was a skunk that was stuck in a trap on the ground, and it was alive. And he said, "Go at it." And I'm like, "No." And I handed him the mallet, and I was like, "You do it." And then I just kind of like stood off to the side and watched him as he bludgeoned the skunk to death in front of me. I could hear it like screaming for its life. Not a good sound. Those are my favorite memories. from my dad.
Oh, God.
I masturbated before I came here today. I did it in the shower. It's I know that masturbating in the shower isn't really the optimum way, you know, because you have to be careful, you could slip and fall and, you know, die. But for me, it's definitely the cleanest way. because I have 2 cats, and so if I want to masturbate without my cats bothering me, I have to go in my bedroom and shut the door. And so then when I'm done, like I'll have like my vagina all over my hands, and then I'll have to like go and open the doorknob, and then I get my vagina all over the doorknob. And I was explaining this to my friend Maya, and when I told her this, she said, "Oh, I didn't know you were a germaphobe." I mean, like, yeah, I am a germaphobe, but I don't think that really has anything to do with my vagina all over my doorknob. Oh, fuck. I'm wondering if there was another joke after that. Or, I don't know how much time I have left. I'm good? Alright. So, you know, I often get mistaken as a 14-year-old boy. And, you know, that's understandable. But the confusion kind of goes both ways. Like, if I'm out in public and like looking to pick up chicks, if I see someone who looks similar to me and like, you know, they have like a similar like Justin Bieber hairstyle. I usually have a Justin Bieber hairstyle, but I shaved it off. Or like, you know, they have a similar like body structure to me. You know, I'll look at them and think, is that a 14-year-old boy? Or is that someone I can pick up? He usually turns out to be a 14-year-old boy. And I feel kind of creepy. No, one time though, I was sitting on the balcony when I went to college in the auditorium building, and there was a high school boys choir contest going on that day. And this group of boys came up to me and they were like, "Hey man, do you know what we're meeting at?" And I was like, okay, for one thing, I'm a girl. I'm 20 years old. I go to school here. No, I'm sorry, I don't know where you're meeting at. And they just looked really embarrassed. That was just really gratifying for me that they thought that I was one of them. It was so nice. I don't know. Other people who mistake me as a 14-year-old boy are old people and also little kids. Especially back when I used to work at McDonald's, I would have little kids look at me and be like, "Are you a girl or a boy?" And their mom would just be like, "Shh, you're not supposed to ask people that." And I would just be like, "Oh, it's okay, okay." And I'd tell them something like, "You know, I haven't really decided yet." Like, you know, I haven't figured it out yet. I'm not sure. And they would just look completely mind blown because they learned something new. And then their mother would just look completely horrified that I figured it out. The other day, I was going to the bathroom at Home Depot, and there was this dad and his 2 little kids standing near the restrooms. And as I walked through the door, I could hear the little girl saying, "Daddy, why is that boy going in the girls' room?" And he, like, you know, just shut her up, but I just was like smiling to myself. Yes. Good moment. So, if any of you still aren't sure about my demographic, I just want to be clear that I am a 23-year-old lesbian woman. I'm not a 14-year-old boy. Thank you.